Infinity tracks. Look at them. Go forever and ever. So this is me, and this behind us is downtown Arlington area-ish-ness, fully, kind of. I was just walking around here. There's a music festival happening, and I don't really have a location to show you or anything spectacular to talk about. I just felt like making a video, just to be goofy. It looks like there are some very well-kept hobos that live back here because they folded up their bedding. There's a sleep bag over there. There's a sheet, blanket, towel thing there. So, yay for hobos. Keeping their shit clean and together. I don't know if you can see me because the sun's behind me. But we're going to fix it right here in a second when we walk around this corner. And bam. There we go. Yay for appropriate lighting. This is a cute little park. I guess I can show you that. It's next to the art museum, which I have not been inside. Right now it's Saturday, so the place is empty and people are preparing to get their party hardy, which I'm going to do myself later tonight. It's a charming little park. They got a monument with amphitheater seating, and there's a music festival all the way down there. I don't think you can see it. No, you can't. But there's tents, and they're gonna be having some free jams going on there. Local people, lots of spectacular. They're gonna have the fireworks here in Arlington on the 3rd, the night of the 3rd, I think. Yeah, and the 4th. So I'm excited about that. I love me some fireworks. I was thinking about making these videos and making them more consistently. Making a video is kind of like planning a date. Before I would just, set it up on my schedule, make video, but I wouldn't actually think about what I wanted to make it about. So, in setting the YouTube video date once a week or so, I should make a little note about what I want it to be about, because there's lots of places that I want to show, like my bar that I work at, and I'm hoping to learn bartending real soon, because that seems like it would be a hell of a fun, and I love me some dancing, so maybe I can get a job over at S4, and once the bartending is finished, because they finish bartending at 2 a.m. I think, then I can get on the dance floor and shake my thing. Boom shaka, like a boom. I love me some dancing. I like working as a doorman because it basically forces me to be social. Being a doorman, being a crossing guard, they're both kind of greeting positions where you're just mitigating the flow of people. And I like that a lot because I get to have short interactions with people, and it kind of breaks down my social precariousness. I think we all have a little bit of that self-awareness. Not self-awareness, self-consciousness. Yeah, that we need to get rid of. When you're talking to someone new and you're worried about how you look in their eyes, it just makes the interaction so awkward and uncomfortable. And you've really got to learn how to push that part of your mind aside for the more relevant aspect of your mind, which is interested in the person themselves and the interaction that you're having together. So, when you have so many interactions per day, like I do, you begin to devalue each one a little bit. They become blended together, and each one loses a little bit of its significance. And in that way, because the event itself isn't important, what you bring to the event instantly becomes more important. So, having many different arrangements in a short time period, just flowing non-stop, has really helped me to ignore the voice of insecurity in my head. And it makes it easier just to walk up to strange people and talk to them, which I'm getting a lot better at doing. Now, when I say better, I don't mean that they're responding more positively, because you can't control that. There are people out there who just have a bad worldview, and when you walk up to them and talk to them, they're going to spew that out onto you because that's their world. That's all they know. And there are lots and lots of people out there like that. To them, the world is a shithole, and they're going to let you know it, and they're going to let you know that you're part of that shithole. But what I mean is that I'm getting better at it, is that I'm more comfortable with it. I'm more able to accept those kinds of adverse reactions. Because when you first get a negative reaction from someone, let's say you walk up to a pretty girl and you talk to her, and she's like, psh, whatever, fuck this guy. You can take it personally, because you don't understand that people are responsible for their own actions. You believe that somehow you are responsible for the world around you. And that is not true with human beings. It may be true for, inanimate objects, but people are responsible for their own states of mind and for the way that they handle the world around them. So when you deal with somebody and they deal with you in a negative way, you've got to learn how to separate. Say that I'm doing this and they're doing that, and give the responsibility for what they do to them, and take responsibility for what you do for yourself. So if you walk up to somebody and you're friendly, you're nice, and you just, you have good intentions, you're being funny, then you've got to learn how to judge their reaction as a consequence of who they are. So if you come up to somebody with a joke and they laugh, then they have a good sense of humor. If you come up to someone with a joke and they don't laugh, or if they get angry, then you know that that's a person without a sense of humor, and you need to get the hell out of there. Because, who needs a life filled with humorless people? I think that comes down to standards. You've got to have some standard for the interaction, and that comes with creating that wall between the two of you, so that you can independently and objectively observe the person that they are, and not take it as a sign of who you are. Learning how to judge people, how to not take them personally, and how to reflect their negativity back on them without taking it into yourself, is really essential to having multiple relationships in life. Friends, co-workers, romances. Bird just fell out of a tree. Oh, got a grasshopper. He's gonna be fat tonight. So that's what I'm learning. I'm learning about talking to new people and how to develop a certain emotional resilience to all the craziness that we see in the world. And I think that you really have to emphasize to yourself to develop that kind of personal strength, because otherwise I see people out there who have let the bitterness get to them. They've lost faith in a certain portion of humanity, whether it's they've lost faith in the goodness of people, or they don't trust people anymore, or they've given up on romance. They don't believe that love is out there, and they're really responsible for that themselves, because with every interaction they're letting it beat them down instead of learning from it and taking away from it and letting it make them stronger. So when somebody throws you off or gives you a bit of slack, or is just in general not nice to you, if they leave you feeling with a bad feeling inside, then take that, learn from it, and be willing to say that it's not your fault, that you're not responsible, and that you can keep going and keep looking for somebody who is going to treat you in a way that leaves you with good feelings inside. And that's, in my quest for better relationships, that's what I found is the key, it's as simple as that. If someone gives you a bad feeling, you'll let them go. If someone gives you a good feeling, you go after them. Or I should say, you let them come to you. Because no one likes to be, you know, pushed. The end. And all that stuff. Go out there, make more friends, be more friendly. It's good for you. What I'm going to start to do is challenge myself to go to one new place alone, where I don't know anyone, and make some friends. You have to do that when you move to a new place, and I like that process. But ever since I walked into the club that I work at, I haven't really done that. So I'm going to go to some different venues and make different groups of friends in a completely alien environment. It really helps you build courage and confidence in your ability in new and uncertain situations. The end, Internet. Have fun. Be good. Be naughty. Adios.